Avatar 2. Movie news. This is movie news, guys. Yes, welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. This is a live news show, guys, for movie fans, where we talk about all the movie news headlines, the trending headlines of the day. Yeah, movie news right here, guys. And today on the show, we'll be looking at the Oscars shortlists. Okay. Yeah, everybody's coming out with their best of and worst of so far. And we'll take a look at some preliminary lists there for the best horror of 2022. Mandalorian Season 3. We got a trailer for something called Blood. Okay, well, we'll check that out. National Treasure 3, the DCU saga continues to unfold with speculation and who's who and what. Well, we start off today's show by talking about James Cameron saying that Avatar 2 kids are very important. Well, I think we kind of understood that. And, James, you didn't set up... Smooth transition as always, James. Hi. James Cameron says Avatar wanted to avoid Stranger Things effect of teens who look like they're 27. All right. Yeah. Because he shot this, well, he started to shoot this a long time ago, apparently from this article. Jack Champion, who played Spider there, is now 18, but when he started filming, he was 13. So he's been filming this for 5 years? They've been filming Avatar 2 for 5 years? Well, Avatar 2 and 3 are back-to-back, right? And I guess he's gone back and shot, well, he's not gone back, but they've previously shot scenes for episodes 4 and 5 with the younger cast, because he says that he wanted to avoid the Stranger Things effect. I don't know what Cameron's taking a shot at everything nowadays. I don't get it. It's hard not to come out and come to the conclusion that James Cameron, he's a pompous, arrogant ass. And we heard all those reports, but like, I'm starting to lose faith. Well, I'm starting to lose my respect for him. There you go. Just because of all this crap like this. Like, okay, articulate, but why do you have to rag on Stranger Things, right? Ooh, I'm being a snowflake? I'm being a snowflake? Well, it seems like he is. He was the one that gave everybody the bird there the other day for coming out to try to get his autograph. Like, he's that kind of guy, guys. He's not... Yeah, anyway, enough about that. Cameron, because I like to focus on the positive stuff here. Yeah, so he just didn't want to have, because what is he talking about? Because Millie Bobby Brown is like 18, and those kids are like around that age. What do you mean? What are you talking about, man? There's teens who look like they're 27. Yeah, Natalia Dyer and Joseph Quinn, they're all up around that age, but they don't. I guess Joseph Quinn was sort of playing a teenager. I get that, I understand that, but not the younger cast. They still look like their age, I would say, but okay. During a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, the filmmaker further offered context for his decision to shoot his recently sequel Avatar at the same time as the third film. Okay, so they're just asking why he shot it back to back. Well, because of money reasons and because of that they didn't want the kids to outgrow it, because they knew that for a long time it would take for them to make this happen, guys. I love the show. It's okay. We'll suspend disbelief. We'll like the characters, but I know what. Only Bobby Brown's 18. What are you talking about? Stranger Things, they're supposed to still be in high school, but they look like they're 27. Yeah. Oh, Cameron. Yeah. All right. You guys heard me rag on that. Hey, let's not get down on it. It's Christmas time. Avatar 2's opening weekend gross really doesn't matter as much as you think. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, people just trying to justify the lower thing, saying, well, the first one didn't open up that much, so people are just trying to forecast that it's still going to make $2 billion. No, it's not going to make $2 billion. As I said, what did I say? 1.3, or did I say 1.5 billion? I think I said 1.3 billion, right? It was going to make around there. It's going to make $1 billion. It's tracking to. Because there's nothing else. It's going to have a long window, guys. It's going to have a long window. And then they just try to say, all of James Cameron's movies never be like this. So it's going to be following the same pattern. It's going to be following the same pattern as all the other James Cameron's movies, because that's what's happened in the past, and it's going to repeat and happen again. Not necessarily, guys. Come on, here. Let's weigh this with a little bit of caution, shall we? James Cameron movies only make a small percentage of total box office opening weekend. Usually. See, again, we're using that word usually, right? It's not clear if Avatar: The Way of Water will follow the same pattern. So you finally admit that. But yeah, box office will be as front-loaded. And that's what's happening with the big blockbusters. It's all front-loaded stuff. And it slowly tapers off. It never comes back up and sustains itself. I haven't seen that trajectory in a long time. Now, could Cameron be the person to do that again? Yes. He'd be the odds-on favorite, but I wouldn't bet even $5 on it, guys. I wouldn't even do that. But it's going to be fine, guys. Trust me. Avatar 2 is going to make enough money in the box office for sure. Oh yeah, going back to the kids. I didn't really organize this very well today. Oh well, whatever. This theory could explain Kiri's purpose for an Avatar 3 and 4. Yeah, because she's supposed to have a connection to the planet. We don't know who the father is. It's supposed to be maybe not a... Well, actually, it's supposed to be... They alluded to it could have been a virgin birth, right? For her, because she's got all these powers that we saw towards the end, and they didn't really explain all of that. So it's going to have a bigger part in the movies to come. Guys, go see Avatar if you haven't seen it. That's my full recommendation. Avatar: The Way of Water sets up Kiri as a messiah figure. Oh, so she's going to be kind of like the Paul Atreides. Is that what they're saying? From Dune, she's going to be like that kind of character to lead the people. Because of her powers, and they're all going to believe in her because she's got the deep connection with Pandora. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what they're going for, right? Yeah, that's not too far out there of an idea. I think that's pretty much telegraphing is where they were going, right? That's pretty much what was going to happen, because Jake and Neytiri Neytiri definitely was in the background in this story. They're going to slowly get pushed more and more to the back, and it'll be all about the kids. That I still don't know who the heck their names are. I guess the older daughter is Kiri, right? Okay, so there you go, Kiri. And she was my favorite part of the film. She was. The younger son had a big part too, and he was okay. Yeah. Is that it for Avatar lines? Yes, it is. Okay. Guys, Avatar 2, go check it out. If you haven't done so, I have a spoiler review up on the channel too. So yeah, there's lots of stuff out here for Avatar. Lots of Avatar 2 coverage on the channel here. Mirror Domains, and there are all my other social media handles you can find right there. Let's go into this movie trailer's lawsuit and talk about what's happened. No false advertising. Ana de Armas' absence from Yesterday flick puts trailers in legal spotlight. Chris Schubert says you don't what? Huh? No false advertising. Yeah. Ana de Armas from Yesterday flick puts trailers in legal spotlight. Yeah, because guys, I saw Yesterday. I think that was like 2 years ago, right? She was going to be in this movie called Yesterday, where she was going to be like the love interest to the main character who travels to an alternate universe where the Beatles didn't exist, and he writes all the songs and stuff like that, all the Beatles songs. He gets famous, and she was going to be kind of like a love interest kind of thing, but they cut her from the film, and you saw her in the trailers, and people bought tickets to go see it because of Ana de Armas. Oddly enough, I don't know why she wasn't that big at the time, but now that she wasn't in the film because she was completely cut, they sued the company for false advertising. They won. They won that suit. So, yeah, that's kind of, wow. Universal is correct that trailers involve some creativity and editorial discretion, but this creativity does not outweigh the commercial nature of a trailer, wrote the U.S. Judge Stephen Wilson on December 20th, ruling that the studios mainly failed motion to dismiss potential class action filed against January. Okay, so yeah, at its core, a trailer is an advertisement designed to sell a movie. By providing customers with a preview of the movie, the federal judge went on to say, yeah, of course. Yeah, and I'm kind of tired of that too, of them, using stuff that's not in the trailer, that's not in the movie, that's in the trailer, and you're like, I'm hyped for that. And it happens all the time, guys. It happens way more than you think, where they put in dialogue in the trailer that's not in the movie. And it just kind of, for me, it's going to pay a really kind of dodgy line. Like, where do we make that line? Because Avengers, everybody was going to be using this one today. Avengers Infinity War trailer. You saw Hulk, and he's not there. He's not in, he wasn't, he like, Banner was there, but Hulk wasn't there. And they tried to do like a misdirect with the trailer, which was, yeah, you can cry foul about that. I would. I was kind of like hoping, like, that's why I was shocked at the beginning of Infinity War to see that the Hulk wasn't going to come out, right? He fought Thanos and then he kind of chickened out. I was bummed out by that. Everybody's going to be using that example today about, okay, so they can't do that anymore. Now, that wasn't intentional. That was intentional too, because we heard that the Russo brothers came out and said that we did that on purpose to throw people off the scent. Guys, why though? You don't have to. You don't have to throw people off the scent. And you can't now in LA or in the, because people will sue you over this, and people will be suing, like people are going to be trying to put up lawsuits again for everything now. Not everything now. Let's not get overly dramatic with this. Yeah, you got a few buttheads out there that will try this and stuff, but like, what do they get in the return, right? They're not going to get like a $10 million payday from something like this. They're not going to get a $1 million payday. At most, they'll get their ticket money back. So what, $20 is what they're going to get rendered? Maybe what, emotional damages? You were emotionally damaged? The trailer version of the $5 million lawsuit? Yeah, no, they're not going to win that. Yeah. $5 million. Oh, because you bought a $10 ticket to see a movie that didn't have a character in it that was in the trailers, that's a $5 million? No, because you only paid $10. Maybe $10, maybe even double, maybe $50, man, at the most you get back for damages. That's no. $5 million lawsuit. I don't see how you can win that. You can't award $5 million for that, because then you're going to get lawsuit after lawsuit, and people are going to have a heyday with this. You can't award $5 million for that. In some, Universal has pointed out to non-commercial speech that could be intertwined with the trailer and the extricability intertwined exception to the commercial speech doctrine that does not apply, he wrote yesterday. Thus, the plaintiffs have plausibly alleged that the trailer is false, commercial speech. Plaintiffs may proceed with their claims without offending the First Amendment. Yeah, so that's just getting to a lot of the legal jargon. Oh, we got some comments. Let's take a look at that. This is one of the biggest BS lawsuits I've ever read about the deadline. Give them $5.99 for their rental and call it. No, it's more than that. Give them $50. Give them enough for their ticket back, and give them enough to buy another ticket and some popcorn and stuff like that, right? Call it a day. This is ridiculous nonsense and a complete farce. Everyone in these comments is really going to get their, yeah. Trailers are rarely as misleading as one in which an entire A-list actress is falsely included. Yeah. Well, that was kind of, that one was kind of weird, right? There's not many. If any copycat suits will end up being a huge nothing burger, everyone calm down and have a nice 2020. Yeah, so at least some people are looking at it as a weighed and measured response. Some people are. As a Beatle fan, I watched the movie due to its premise. Yeah, me too. I watched it for the premise. And I didn't like Yesterday. I watched it because I liked Lily James. That's why I watched it. The actresses therein were not important. It is sad to see such a great movie be tarnished because of a fan of one person. Well, it's not a great movie either. I was not happy what they did with one of the Beatles. I wasn't happy. It bummed me out actually that they did that. Yeah, this judge is a moron. No, it's not that. But yeah, if they shouldn't be awarded $5 million, that's what I feel. It's not like, that's not a $5 million suit. Like that's just a thing of Canada. That won't even fly. It won't even fly because, as I said, lots of trailers. Marvel is very guilty of using false advertising. But where do you draw the line, right? What about if it's like a teaser trailer for, The Dark Knight Rises, right? We don't see this image but it's a teaser, right? And you hear the Joker talking about this in the trailer, right? We hear him talking. What? James, you that over.
He'll die. I'm a man of my word.
Okay, so yeah, he doesn't say all he says those lines in the movie, but he doesn't say them exactly in that order. So then are you going to sue the company for that? No. You know that they chop up teasers and trailers and stuff like that, and we know that the teaser is just teasing us, right? But as I think this was like one of the final trailers for Infinity War, right? And they put in Hulk. Yeah. Yeah, I would cry foul over that too. But you could say, well, Hulk was sort of there because he was in the Hulkbuster armor. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. I don't think much will come out of it. I think there will be people trying to copycat it and try to make their quick $5 million on it. Or if they, I don't even think they're going to be awarded that. We'll have to see. I'll have to read more into that. What do you guys think? Is that just? Is that proper? The trailer version of the $5 million suit. I just want to make sure that they weren't awarded it. I don't think so. Loosey-goosey trailers. Yeah, Universal did not respond to request. Of course they didn't. The decision itself could prove a trailer to a much more epic event. Now, just be honest. And here's the other thing, too, that they are mentioning. Is that she probably was in the film at the time. The thing is that they get third-party people to put together these trailers, like marketing companies. They'll come in and they'll just submit like a bunch of footage for them to use and cut up. Or they'll intentionally put in bogus stuff like this, and that's when you should cry foul. This is where This is when you should cry foul. I think not much is going to happen to this, but I don't think. Whatever. Let's move on. Okay, Chris Schober says, you don't think Avatar 3 and 4 and 5 will be pushed back? No, absolutely not. Avatar 3 is already in the can. It's done. It's in post-production right now. They've been working on Avatar 3 post-production. It's all filmed. So we're going to get that in 2024. Now, is the story of Avatar 3 going to ramp up and escalate the game? Remains to be seen, right? They're going to be starting to shoot Avatar 4 now, and Avatar 4 is not going to be due out for another 4 years. And as stuff has been coming out for Avatar, we've been seeing that it's all on what they call their version of the volume, but it's all green screen studio warehouse stuff. So they're not going to actual real locations for this. It's all motion capture, that kind of stuff, that kind of work. And a big tank of water. That's what it is. Yeah. Now, it'll be on schedule. Chris Schober also says, do you think that they will have Supreme Leader Snoke clones in Mandalorian Season 3? And do you think Luke Skywalker's CGI character will return? Yes, he will. I think they already confirmed that, right? That Luke will be back in Mandalorian Season 3, didn't they? We'll take a look later on. Byford the Hobbit says, hey, how's it going? December 22nd, guys, and yeah, we're just getting into this. Let's, before I get into the DCU headlines, let's talk about what you can find here on the channel, Mirror Domains. Well, we do full live watch-alongs for series like The Peripheral and Wednesday. We wrapped up both of those series, guys. The Peripheral was 8 episodes. Wednesday was 8 episodes. We do full movie reactions for things like Moonfall, Samaritan, Where'd the Crawdads Sing yesterday. And later on today, guys, we'll be doing Meet Cute, a rom-com with Kaylee Cuoco using a time machine to go back and seduce Pete Davidson? Seriously? Unbelievable. I can't believe it. And then tomorrow, guys, we'll be reacting to Glass Onion. 1 p.m. Knives Out 2, guys. Come have fun with us and, yeah, watch Glass Onion with us because it's just a fun movie, guys, overall on the weekends. Well, not this weekend because it's the Christmas Eve. I'm taking the weekend off. No videos. And if I do, it'll be late at night. It'll just probably be me by myself, like around 12 p.m., midnight. Or, yeah, 12 midnight. I'll turn on the camera and, well, just say my piece, wish everybody a Merry Christmas, that kind of thing. And then, we do movie news during the week. And then, check out the Avatar spoiler discussion that we talked about, all of the Avatar stuff. And, you're going to find something that you like here on Mirror Domains for sure. All right, let's get back into some of the DCU headlines, because it's the big thing. It's a big story of the week, right? A couple weeks. And actually, it's probably going to go down as one of the bigger stories of the year, that Henry Cavill's exit. And I only wanted to mention this up because it's finally clicking in. It's finally cluing in. Some people out there in the same realm as us who do shows like this are finally realizing that, something is not quite right with what happened with James Gunn, right? And the dismissal of Henry Cavill. Because people are starting to realize, well, wait a minute, what if they keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Then why are you getting rid of Henry Cavill? Like, it's finally starting to click into some people, right? There's, like, at first they were all apologetic and just apologizing for James Gunn and championing him and stuff like that. But then it's all of a sudden coming to the possibility that there is something weird going on here, right? Now, I always said, guys, keep your options open. It's possible that, there's still, like, you get the reports that Cavill fired his manager. Like, this mostly falls on David Zaslav. I said this yesterday because Zaslav knew that he wanted to reboot the entire universe before he hired James Gunn. Before Cavill exited Witcher, and before he got all set up to play Superman again, because he was given the okay to say that he was going to come back as Superman. Zaslav had time to tell him, no, don't do that, because this is what I want to do going forward. And regardless if it's James Gunn or somebody else, we're going to be washing away from this version of Superman. I don't know. Yeah, there's something in there that doesn't quite yet make sense to me. And it's just cluing in now. Some people are just, well, if you're going to keep Aquaman and Wonder Woman, why are you not keeping Superman? It's going to be weird for some people. But I think it's going to be a clean slate. It's going to be a clean slate all the way through, and somehow along the lines, James Gunn is not saying he's going to get rid of Gal Gadot and or Black Adam or Aquaman right now, because he does have a far out plan there to use them in some kind of a multiverse situation, and those kinds of headlines have been coming up to the surface lately, and I think that's the direction they're going to go. You're going to see Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman crossover in some kind of a fractured flashpoint kind of situation. You're going to see that. I don't know why you wouldn't bring back Cavill in that situation as well for a cameo, but apparently it's being scrubbed. You're getting the Gal Gadot's cameo and Henry Cavill's cameo from Flash apparently they got scrubbed out. We'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see how that goes. But finally, some other people are starting to realize that, there's something weird going on here. We just got to wait and see what happens in the new year when they unveil their plan. When we see what because they're going to announce some castings for the new Superman and stuff, and hopefully they do. At least they give us the slate for the next 4 years that they'll come out and say in 2024 we're getting a new Superman movie and a new Batman movie. That's what I want to hear. All right. And Dwayne Johnson reportedly turned down a Flash cameo. Well, it doesn't really matter now because I guess he's done for now until like a later point way down the line. It kind of sucks because I had fun with Black Adam, but I realized that, they did have some story issues. It wasn't the greatest of stories, but I liked him as Black Adam. I did. And if Zachary Levi comes back as Shazam, it's just going to throw everything up in the air, and people are going to be asking, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? One last Black Adam nugget. According to my sourcing way back in the Flash movie was originally shooting, asked if Dwayne Johnson to do a cameo as Black Adam in the movie. However, they politely declined. So they didn't want to do a cameo in the Flash movie. Guess it doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter. All right. Let's put the DCU headlines down for today. That's it. Let's move on to National Treasure 3. National Treasure 3 is still in development for a theatrical release, says Jerry Bruckheimer. Well, we know that Jerry Bruckheimer is the man with the money. He's the producer that makes all this stuff happen. And yeah, there's supposed to be like a Disney Plus spin-off series, but then you hear that there's going to be a new movie. And hopefully, that would be cool if Nicolas Cage came back for it and maybe closed off that storyline. Maybe it could tie into that spin-off series that they are going to have on Disney Plus. That would be kind of interesting to see. What is that one? That one had Catherine Zeta-Jones in it, right? For that spin-off series. A positive update has come in for National Treasure 3 from Bruckheimer. Let's see what his quote is here, guys. We said we'd like to make another National Treasure, and they said, sure, let's come up with a new cast. At the same time, we're developing National Treasure for the theaters with Nicolas Cage, which we still are, so that's ongoing, says Bruckheimer. So there you go. Still possible, and why not? Actually, I didn't realize how much of the fan base there was for National Treasure. I had fun with those movies. It's been a while since I've seen the second one, though. And the first one, actually. But I liked it. It had that kind of fun vibe to it, right? So, yeah, why not? And merge the two. Merge the two. Have your series tie into the movies. And then if Nicolas Cage doesn't want to come back for more movies, make more movies with the new cast. That's what I would do. No priority has to turn it into a TV show, so I would probably not, says Cage. Well, that was earlier, right? We're working on the script right now. Hopefully Cage likes it, but it's really good. So I think it'll get to him shortly. So, yeah, by the sounds of this, Nicolas Cage hasn't even seen the script for this yet because they're still working on it. But Bruckheimer, who produces all this stuff, guys, is apparently still trying to make this happen. Do you guys want to see a National Treasure 3? I'd be on board for that. Why not? What's next? Oscars shortlists have been out. Oh, yeah. Deadline has been out with their lists here. Shortlist released for 10 categories. Let's see what they got here. Now, we're going to skip over some of the categories here, guys, for like documentary and documentary shorts. International feature film. Let's see if RR&R is on that. Is it? International feature film. Guys, what's going on here? International film, and you're not going to put RR&R? Okay, maybe it's in for Best Picture on a short list. Why not? Guys, what the heck is going on here? Oscars, come on, you got to step up your game. Makeup and hairstyling, All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, Amsterdam. The Batman, yeah, maybe for Colin Farrell in The Batman. Yeah, I'd see that. That'd be cool. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, did that have makeup and hairstyling? I guess a little bit it did. Blonde, no. Crimes of the Future, no. Elvis, maybe. Elvis, because Austin Butler did transform there in kind of like a fat suit kind of thing towards the end. And well, actually, so did Tom Hanks there throughout the entire movie, so that's possible. Oh, the whale. No, the whale. The fat suit for the whale is probably going to win, which I may go see later on today. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I think I'm going to go see the whale today at 3:50. 3:50, I'm going to go see the whale. All right, the music original song. All Quiet on the Avatar, The Way of Water. Oh, yeah, that. No! God, that was terrible. That was The Weeknd, right? No, terrible. Get that out of my face. Banshees of Inisherin. That had an original song? Original score. Okay, score. But yeah, even the original score for Avatar, like that was the weakest part of the film for me. Babylon here is supposed to have a good soundtrack. We'll see. We'll find that out next week. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. No. Devotion. No. That was so TV movie soundtrack. Absolutely not. Don't Worry, Darling. Maybe. Everything Everywhere All at Once had a good soundtrack. It did. Fableman's had a good soundtrack. The Glass Onion. We'll pay attention to Glass Onion's soundtrack tomorrow, for sure. Guillermo del Toro's soundtrack was also very good. She said The Women King, Women Talking. I don't know about that. Music, original song. Okay, so time. Yeah, there's the Avatar. But get that out of my face. The Weeknd song. You know, you didn't want to stick around and hear to that. Listen to that tripe. Lift Me Up. Sorry if I'm being harsh on The Weeknd, but no, not even close to anything like Celine Dion. Like that kind of power. It was just like, what is this? This is a life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, oh, Natu there. Yeah, that's the Nacho song right there. RR&R, cool. I hope that one wins. I hope it does. RR&R shortlist for best song. Dup Bifer says, yeah. Arglass says National Treasure deserves a threequel. It does. Bifer also says India official selection of best international film Oscars was Cello Show on Netflix. Okay, last film show. Me, my mind, and me. My Mind and Me from Selena Gomez. Yeah. Well, actually, that was a kind of a slower song. Huh. Till Spirited. Good Afternoon from Spirited. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch Spirited around the on Christmas Day or something. Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. Lady Gaga. I didn't like that song either. I didn't think it was as iconic as the Berlin song from the first movie. It didn't, because it was too dialed down. Anyway, Carolina. Oh, that's where my money's gonna go, guys. For Taylor Swift, Where the Crawdads Sing. There you go. Best animated short, live action short, sound. Best sound design. Babylon might be in contention. I don't know. Batman had good sound. Elvis had good sound. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Top Gun Maverick had great sound as well. And so did Avatar. That one I don't really care. Best visual effects. Do you give it to Avatar? I think that's the only one that it could possibly win. It's going to win a lot of the technical stuff, like on the achievement side, like behind the camera, like the rigs and stuff. It's going to win a lot of those awards. Oh no, absolutely not. Doctor Strange, no. And Wakanda Forever, no. And Fantastic Beasts, no. Jurassic World, no. Because those were all, now that you've seen Avatar: The Way of Water, all of those didn't innovate. They just used people on green screen stages. And the MCU really needs to get caught up with what technology the Avatar volume is using, right? That kind of stuff. The Batman used the volume, their version of the volume too. So they updated it. They used modern technology. Because as I said, some of those visual effects for trailers coming up are just laughable now. And I hate to use this one, but it's really shameful. The Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer, it's really shameful that this is coming out next year and this is the best visual effects that they're offering, because it's terrible. It's laughable. I said this multiple times. You got to get away from this, guys. You can tell that they're just standing like this. The stage probably ends about here, but yeah, you can actually probably even see the line here. Yeah, look at that. You can see the line where the green screen mat is. That's terrible. Because it doesn't have any physicality. You don't feel like you can walk down this ramp here or this walkway. You don't feel like you can. It doesn't feel like it's actually there. They got to get away from this. And it's going to look terrible if they put that in post-production 3D. It's going to look bad. Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah. MCU needs to step up their game in that department for sure. Because you're going to be left behind. Because the Batman, they use the volume. So that's when they're standing up on top of the tower in the Batman, and it looks like they're looking out at a real city. That's the volume. That was visual effects, guys. It looked real, and it looked like the Gotham had a life, like a pulse to it, right? You don't get that with the MCU anymore. As terrible as it looks. Yeah, so it is what it is. Is that it for the shortlists? Maybe Top Gun Maverick too, for visual effects. Now, was it visual effects though? Because it was real flying, right? It was real flying. I'm sure there was some visual effects cut in there too, right? Not all the crash scenes, obviously, were real and stuff like that, but they did some phenomenal work on that too. So for me, the top picks would be Avatar, The Batman, and Top Gun Maverick for visual effects. And I didn't see All Quiet on the Western Front. I didn't. Let's take a look at some of the comments. In this universe, is Black Panther up for original score, but the Batman isn't? Seriously? Oh yeah. The Batman that's not up for score, even though it was simple. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it was okay. It was effective though. And that's what matters. No mood, no nod for Michael Giacchino's The Batman score. Come on. Yeah. Huh. So just people just airing their beefs on that. Yeah. So my bet is hopefully for the Taylor Swift or maybe Selena. I need to see that documentary, but that's on Apple TV Plus, right? And I don't have access to that. See what these comments are. Love the inclusion of Good Afternoon. My kids will be singing that for the next couple of weeks. No Brasilia Bella? I don't know what that is. All right. There you go. Okay, let's move on to the best horrors of 2022. Now, guys, I still have a few more horrors on my list that I need to see. But people are putting out their lists. We will be doing a list like this. We will. Towards the end of the year, maybe next weekend, we'll do the best of. I'll just turn on the cameras and we'll put out these lists. For the year. Let's take a look and see what if we agree with them. Now, I haven't seen all the horror movies this year. There's still a list here that I've got. I wrote down some on my list here. I'll share them with you once we get through this list. Best of the major releases. So they got number 10 is Barbarian. Barbarian did have some really creepy moments in it. It did. It had a good establishing act. But then it kind of went off the rails in the third act. It lost some of its scare factor. Orphan First Kill will be on my list. Yeah, that'll be on my list for best horrors. Just because of the crazy turn that it takes. That's talking about crazy turns in a movie. You thought that would just be kind of like, yeah, she's back. She's going to start killing the family again and stuff like that. But no, it goes in a weird direction. It does. Orphan First Kill. God, I would love to do a reaction with you guys on that one. It's still creepy. Isabel Furman. I want to see more. I would love to see a third Orphan movie. Halloween Ends. Oh, jeez. No. Really? You like Halloween Ends more than you like Orphan First Kill? Fascinating. Scream is number 7. Yeah, Scream would be on my list for just because it was fun. A fun horror movie, right? Smile's only number 6? Wow. Huh. That's going to be on my list. I'll be in my top 5 horror movies of the year for sure. They're saying that The Menu is a horror. Now, I guess I did classify it as sort of a horror. Like horror-ish things happen in The Menu, right? We've seen the trailers for it where it's kind of like sort of like The Hunt, where he brings these rich people to an island to fillet them and stuff like that. So I guess maybe it's not really horrific, though. When you think of like a horror movie, it's more of a disturbing piece, kind of like Silence of the Lambs. You don't think Silence of the Lambs is a horror. It definitely has horrific things happening in it, but I wouldn't really call it a horror. And that's I don't know if I would include The Menu in that. It's definitely one of the better films of the year. I would say that. X is a horror, and we watched that movie on the channel here, a full live watch along. I haven't seen. I need to go check out how many views that's gotten so far. I think it's over 3,000 now, so that's good, right? Is Pearl on here too? Yeah, there's Pearl. So X and Pearl, that's a good combo there that you can watch. What is it? Perry Nemiroff said that she liked the performance of her in Pearl, but she liked X better. I think I kind of agree with that sentiment. X was just a lot of fun. A little bit slow, but it was crass. You got Jenna Ortega in there as well. X, yeah. But like her performance, Mia Goth's performance in Pearl is definitely worth watching. For sure. Oh, God. Bones and all. Okay, no. Well, I guess if they put The Menu on their list, then Bones and All should be on there too. But Bones and All is not really a horror movie either. It's more, as I said, it's kind of like that. It's not even as grotesque as Silence of the Lambs. It's not. It's just more kind of, yeah, they're cannibals. Yeah, they eat people. But it's not even really about that. It's more about her trying to find her mother. No. Get Bones and All out of my face. Yeah. And their number 1 pick is Nope. I guess Nope was a horror. Would that be on my list though? It would be like, for me that would be like number 10 maybe. Yeah. Streaming and independent releases. So they are going to put some streaming on here because we didn't see Hellraiser, right? Hatching. Yeah, I heard about Hatching. I never saw it though. Did I put that on my list? No, I didn't. Who Invited Them? Never saw it. Sissy. Never saw that. Hellraiser. There you go. Finally, that'll be on my list. I love the Hellraiser movie, guys. I thought Jamie Clayton knocked it out of the park. I still get, like, I'm just in awe by those. I'm talking about makeup effects. Oscars. Why isn't that up for makeup effects? My God. Oof. I know it's a different type of movie, and I know they don't like to look and elevate genre films, but my God, the makeup for that Oscars, yes. You got to look at that. Hellraiser. Crimes of the Future, that's not really a horror. No. Yeah, they eat plastic and stuff like that. Their body organs are changing and stuff, but it's not really a horror. Speak No Evil, yeah, that one's a horror. But I heard that's more kind of like torture porn kind of thing, right? I'll watch it eventually, but it's not on my must see list. Mad God, never even heard of it. That's with Phil Tippett, right? Yeah, Phil Tippett, visual effects artist. Prey, is Prey a horror? Again, it's one of those things. I would call that, no, that's more of an action thriller kind of thing. Yeah, horrific things happen in it, but it's going to end up on one of my favorite movies of the year list. So yeah, I wouldn't say best horror. A Wounded Fawn. Now, I know that one was coming out. I didn't see that. Hey, where's the Terrifier? Terrifier must be number 1, right? Watcher. That's on my must-see list. I need to see Watcher. Yeah, I added that. So, Watcher. Honorable mentions goes to The Cursed. Yeah, we watched The Cursed there on this channel. Fresh is on my list. Fresh is on my list. Yeah. And VHS 99. Glorious. Okay. Cursed, yeah, I'd say go check out Cursed, because it did have a few couple moments in it where I was like, wow, my God, I can't believe what they're showing us. Byford the Hobbit says the hatching is extremely disturbing. Yeah, so maybe I'll add that to my list. Yeah, oh no, I did. So on my list, I added Monstrous. I wanted to watch Monstrous, Watcher, They, Them, that Kevin Bacon film where the kids go to a camp and they're like trans people and they try to convert them, right? They, Them. The Invitation I never got out to see. House of Darkness and Fresh and Hatching is on my list still. And I don't know if I'll be able to fit those 7 movies in the next week or so to publish my list and have a respectable list. I'll try to fit in. I'm going to try to fit in The Watcher. I don't know how I'm going to be able to track that one down. See what channel... The Watcher, what streaming service is that on? Watch The Watcher. No, The Watcher, that's a TV series. Watcher? No, it's not The Watcher, it's just called Watcher, isn't it? No. I'll have to figure out this later on. Yeah, I'll find it. Don't worry, I'll try to find that. I want to try to find Watcher. I'll try to find Hatching and The Invitation. Everybody's been talking about Invitation, right? That was kind of mixed. That's that vampire-ish one. Fresh is on Hulu, and I don't. That one didn't transfer over to the Disney Plus like Prey did. Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll start to refine our lists. Bifer says the Sadness on Shudder is on your list. No, it's not. The Sadness was that. What was it? Thailand zombie movie? Was it Thailand? Is that The Sadness? That one? No, I heard that one was gory too. There's just too many. I don't know, guys. Am I supposed to be a respectable movie pundit reviewer kind of guy? Look at all these horror movies that I've missed. Hey, sometimes I just don't have access to them too. That's the bummer thing too. All right. Well, we'll see how the week goes. Let's talk about Mandalorian 3 because we're running behind here. Yeah. Bifer says, I've seen them all. Okay, good. Well, you'll have to share your list with me when I publish mine. Put your list in the comments section for sure. Mandalorian Season 3 synopsis teases new villains and familiar allies. A new Mandalorian Season 3 synopsis has been revealed. Wow, we've seen the teaser for it. I like the teaser. The journeys of the Mandalorian through the Star Wars galaxy continue. Once lone bounty hunter Din Djarin, does anybody ever call him Din? Everybody just calls him Mando, right? Has reunited with Grogu. Meanwhile, the New Republic struggles to lead the galaxy away from its dark history. The Mandalorian will cross paths with old allies and make new enemies as he and Grogu continue their journey together. And it's apparently going to still have a Luke Skywalker cameo in there somewhere. Hopefully a Boba cameo, Boba Fett, although I guess that storyline's kind of wrapped up. We know that we're going to get more Bo-Katan, and that's all I care about, because I do like Katie Sackhoff, and we'll have to see where it goes. I hear that maybe he gets like a mech, Grogu gets like a mech suit in this one of some kind, something to protect him. Yeah, we'll find out more as we get closer to March 1st, guys. That's really kind of a vague synopsis. Not much to go on. It's kind of like yeah, no kidding. He meets up with old allies and makes new enemies. That's pretty much all the juiciness that you get there, right? Maybe the New Republic struggles to lead the galaxy away from its dark history a little bit. They did a little bit of that when they were laying down the works for, what was it, the Marshals of the New Republic? Or something like that was supposed to be with Gina Carano. Was it? Yeah, that kind of spin-off, but not, since that's no longer going to happen, we'll have to wait and see. Run, Sweetheart, Run is a great horror movie on Amazon Prime, is it? I'll add that to my list. Bifer, thanks. I'll take a look at the trailer. Run, Sweetheart, Run. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. Yeah. All right. Let's break all the rules here, guys, and let's take a look at this trailer for Blood. Yeah, we'll get copyright claimed on this video, whatever. March 17th, 2023. Jess, a separated and what? Jess, a separated and nurse. Jess, a separated what? And nurse who moves with her daughter. What? It should just read a separated wife. I don't know what the heck. That's a weird synopsis. Anyway, a nurse who moves with her daughter and young son Owen back into their old farmhouse. Shortly after settling in, Owen is bitten by the dog, resulting in a mysterious infection from the bite. So it's like a take on Cujo? Is that what we're getting here? Blood? It's got Michelle Moynihan in it, right? And she's all the way all down here on your list? Wow. Okay. So Cujo. It's called Blood. Let's check out this trailer, guys. And yeah, because we're not going to do a horror weekly roundup this week, so I thought we'd check out this trailer for Blood.
Don't say a word.
What is this?
Stop. Don't make this harder than it already is, okay? You deserve to know what's going on, all right? And I'm gonna do my best to tell you. A mother would do anything to save your child.
Okay. Where's the dog? I'm guessing the dog is Rabbit, right?
My son is very sick. Something got inside of him. Don't go any closer.
Okay. There's the dog. Ooh.
No! Get off me!
Okay, so the dog, that's just from the light being shined in its eyes, right?
Is he gonna die?
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Owen? What are you doing?
He's drinking the blood,
His vitals are looking better.
so he's,
Really is an amazing recovery.
what, turning into a werewolf or something?
More.
No.
I need it.
So she's going to steal the blood? Well, it's called blood. So he's got a blood dependency?
Mom's been to lately?
Good, I guess.
You guess.
Ooh, she's bleeding
What's
animals for
happening to me?
blood.
I feel different.
Is it like a disease? All I know is it's the only thing.
So a slight take on vampirism, right?
I like it
Fascinating.
when it's warm.
We're investigating a missing persons case.
Mom, he's getting worse.
I want more.
There's something wrong with that tree, Mom.
I want more.
A tree.
It got inside Owen and it changed him.
I want more.
Mom, we have to help him.
Ooh. What was that?
Are you hungry?
So he is he a vampire or is he a werewolf? Huh. Blood. We saw something there towards the end. Let's... Yeah, what's that?
We have to help him.
We didn't see the teeth on him there though, right? Playback speed. Let's go that, slow that down just a tad. But he definitely is trying to bite people. No, I don't see teeth on him there. I thought maybe if we could see this shot, we would see some teeth. He just wants blood. Huh. Fascinating. Arglass says maybe it's a prequel to Morbius. Maybe. Hey, we're going to be watching Morbius next week, guys, here on the channel. So, yeah, fascinating. Let's take a look at what some of the comments are. Give the kid more blood, damn it. This looks interesting, worth a watch. Yeah. Reminds me of the French film Swarm. Huh. Fascinating. There's something about the tree, though, and the opening shots. It kind of reminds me of The Cursed a little bit. The way that used like the environment to establish the mood and stuff. But it looks like, yeah, she's bleeding animals to give blood to the kid. So it's going to be kind of like she's going to try to protect him, and then maybe the kid will kill her in the end. That's just my far out there idea. Okay. All right. Joker 2. Joker 2. Let's talk about this. Guys, this is not really much of a spoiler. I pulled this because it said to spoil the original's ending. And I was kind of like, what are you talking about? What do you mean they have to spoil? We know that he's going to be in Arkham in this Joker 2. But this article just goes on to elaborate. Yeah, because we saw the first image there. They were trying to allude that a lot of the events of Joker 1 maybe didn't happen at all. It happened all in his head. Now that I don't know if I agree with. I'm sure some of it really did happen because he ended up there in the Arkham in like somehow, right? Is it really important? And would that really spoil something? Would it spoil the first movie and him starting out in Arkham? No, because they're depending on people. It's a sequel. They're expecting people to know that he's in Arkham. And we all know from multiple storylines that Joker does end up in Arkham more than once, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really call that a spoiler. If we were doing hit or miss, that's kind of a miss. Sorry, guys. I was just pulling stories. But this one, let's round it up here with this, the Frasier Reboot, because this kind of did catch my eye. If you were a Cheers fan, and I did watch some episodes of Frasier, because I liked his producer on the show. What was her name? She did one of the voices in Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I forget her name. She's got a weird name too, but I liked her. But anyway, yeah, this article just caught my eye because, well, what characters from Cheers could return for the Frasier revival? Apparently that's going to happen. And apparently his brother from the Frasier TV show isn't going to be in this Frasier reboot. So let's see what they got here on the list. Could Ted Danson as Sam Malone come back? Why not? Ted Danson is still working, so I could see that totally happening. His wife, Baby Newworth, Lilith, yeah, I could see that. She appeared in Frasier as well, so I would see that. That's pretty common. Shelley Long. I haven't seen her in a while. Is she still working? Let's pull that up. Yeah, she's 73, so she could still be in there, maybe. Maybe if she's still working. Yeah, okay. Huh. Why not? Woody Harrelson, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, he's still working. He could come back. You're talking about Roz from Frasier? Yeah. Her. What the heck is her name? It's a weird name too. George Wendt is Norm. I think that would be something that everybody wants to see. I guess he was there in a cameo there on Frasier because that's his old man. He won't be there anymore because he passed on. And if that's the wife of the brother, so she probably won't be there. She might be there. Rhea Perlman. John Ratzenberger as Cliff. Why not? Yeah, Carla was her name. Yeah, Carla. She could be there. Maybe. I don't know. It just opens the door for everybody. I just thought it'd be kind of a curious little thing to pull because I like to look at that. I do. All right, guys. Let's round out the show there. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Roz. Yeah, who was Roz on Frasier? Let's take a look at that. Pull up a new Google page, James. Perry Gilpin. Yeah, that's her name. Gilpin. Yeah, I liked her. She did a voice on one of my favorite animated movies, Spirits Within. She could come back, but not if he's doing the radio show anymore, because she was a radio producer, right? 61, yeah, she could still come back. She's still working. Is she still working? Let's pull up her IMDb. Uh, 2022, the anthrax attacks. So she was rushed. We broke up. So she's still working. Yeah, she could come back, or in some capacity somehow. Why not? Why not? All right, guys. I'm just going to quickly go over to the movie Red Hit Roundup. I'm seeing that it's not quite as effective, but who knows? We'll see. The Whale. Yeah. Triangle of Sadness. Charlie Dean died from a bacterial infection. Bummer. That's what she died from. She was only 32. Yeah. I haven't seen Triangle of Sadness either. Oof. Are there any movies that make you angry? Yes, there are. Of course. I've got two on the top of my head that always gets me triggered. Just talking about them, even thinking about them, is The Last Jedi and Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Makes me very, very angry. Because I was told that they... no, I'm not going to... yeah. What actors had the best on-screen chemistry? Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker had good chemistry. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Okay, I need movie news here, guys. New images of Idris Elba on Luther, the Fallen Son. I never followed Luther. Jacob's Ladder 1999. No, 1990 was a good movie. Yes, it was. Imani poster. Parasite. Yeah, guys, it's getting closer to Christmas, so I'm not expecting a lot of breaking news. Let's just see what the Twitter. Yeah, I guess I'm still going to use this for a little bit, I suppose. I'm sure they're still going to get bogged down in a lot of their award stuff. James Cameron says he wrote a letter to the U.S. Whatever. Adam DeMarco. Don't know who that is. Should I know who that is? Jessica Henwick. Yeah, we'll see her tomorrow in Knives Out. Right? And she was in Matrix Resurrections. Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody debuts at 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. That sucks. That sucks, actually. Ooh. I was going to go see that, actually. I was going to go see that before Babylon, too. Huh. Damn. That's not good. The upcoming Daredevil series will start filming February to December 2023. So it's going to spend more than a year in production? Wow. Well, just under a year in production, I mean. I'm sorry. Charlie Cox. We'll be looking forward to that. We might do full watch-alongs. Well, that's still more than a year away, guys. Who knows? Glass Onion debuts tomorrow. Yeah, we know that. Producer says each movie is going to introduce an audience to new clans. Okay, so they're going to move around. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Alice 2 in Borderland? Hey, where's that Borderlands movie that's supposed to be coming out? They're supposed to be done filming that, right? Third National Treasure? Yeah, we know that. Best Horror. Deleted scene from The Sandman has been released. Okay. Zendaya. Yeah, I do like Zendaya. Cool. She's got a nice, cool, quirky sense of humor, too. All right, guys, that's it. That's an hour. Join us tomorrow for not the final movie news show, but yeah, before the Christmas break. And join us in an hour to watch Meet Cute. And then later on today, I might publish, if I go out and see The Whale, I'll publish my straight out of the theater reaction. And then tomorrow, because then tomorrow we can review The Whale for you guys. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much I need to do. I need to make some cookies for Christmas and stuff like that. I don't know, guys. We'll see how it goes. See you guys in an hour for Meet Cute on this channel. Meet Cute. Kaylee Cuoco rom-com. And hit that thumbs up button, guys. And I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains.